everyone. Keeping our house clean is a duty that we all have to deal with. But what are the tools that we're using? Are they eco-friendly? What about healthy? Today, this is the topic that we're going to talk here at my Eco Chaos. Coming up. Hi, my name is Andrea Chaos and welcome to my Eco Chaos. So, big part of the population use the commonly plastic-based sponges. These are very useful, clean very well, and when we finish with them, we just throw them in the bin. Easy, right? Well, unfortunately, these are not recyclable or biodegradable, which means that they can end up staying in landfill up to 52,000 years. Blimey, huh? So what can we do about it? Well, first of all, let's say that we all have our eco weaknesses, and if you decide to keep using this sponge and this be your eco weakness, fair enough. But before you continue using them, let me tell you two facts. The first fact is that it's very common that these sponges are impregnated with triclosan. Triclosan is a chemical that has been linked to cancer, liver and thyroid issues. Additionally, when these reach the oceans, this chemical is very bad for the environment and impacts the ocean lives very negatively. So what can we do and what options do we have in order to replace this for a more eco-friendly alternative? Well, today I'm going to give you three options, and in these three options I'm going to start from the one that I like the less to the one that is my favorite at the moment. So here we go. Okay, so these are 100% cellulose sponges. Some of them might be created out of like wood pulp or from cotton fiber. As you can see, they're not scratching very much. They can't scratch anything, but it's very good for surfaces. So let's see how this goes. So with one wipe, I got quite a lot. Simply with a bit of water is completely clean. I'm gonna go again. And as you can see, the surface is now clean. Woohoo! Yeah. The second option are the wood brushes with bristles made of plant-based. Be careful when you buy any of these brushes, because sometimes you will find that the bristles are made of plastic and you want the bristles to be able to be decomposed. So this one in particular is completely compostable. It has a little bit of metal, but that is recyclable as well if it's processed correctly. We'll talk about that in another moment. These are very resistant. They scratch very well. When I mean by scratching, I mean cleaning very well, but they don't scratch any pans. Also because of the bristles that get into all those little corners that sometimes they can be a little bit annoying. I personally chose this one because I like this. And only because sometimes I like cleaning with it, but other times when it's a pan that's a little bit more smaller or something, I would like to take it out and clean it. So now let's see how this cleans. We don't need much of soap either, a little bit of water, and here we go. It all cleans very well. Actually, it goes as well into the small parts. If at some point you want it, you just need to take it off and do it by hand. It has a lot of soap, which is really good. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this one there. Oh, perfect. It gets a little bit into these small areas, which is great. Perfect. And now let's clear the soap. But before that, because I'm finished with this, I'm gonna simply like remove the excess of soap, as in the previous ones. I always push the bristles in the direction that I want them to stay. As you can see, this brush in particular has been used for a while. I've got it for 3 months, and it's quite good, and it's in quite good condition when you consider that normal sponge lasts you 1 to 3 weeks, depending on how much you use it. But yeah, so we did this a little bit more just in case, and we let it dry. The good thing about this one is because we have the stick, we can easily like click it and hang it. But yeah, let's take the cloth again to remove the soap. Oh, a little bit of water. And as you can see, we have a clean kitchen now. Ta-da! The last option and my new favorite is Luffa. So I have to admit that I discovered Luffa for the purpose of this video, as I read about it, but up until now I was using the brush that you just saw. Luffa is a vine that comes from the cucumber family. So as you can see in the picture, it grows like a cucumber, and once it's been harvested and dry, you get something like this. The good thing about this is that it was completely biodegradable because it's a plant, of course. You can cut it in the sections that you want, depending on how big or small you want the loofah to be. I personally have a small one for glasses and cups, and then I've got a thicker one for pans. The great thing about it is that it cleans so well. I actually was really surprised about it. Let's look at an example. As you see, my sink is a little bit disgusting at the moment. I haven't cleaned it on purpose for this video. So we're going to use the loofah in order to give it a wipe and see how it looks after. Okay, so the loofah that we cut, I'm going to use it for first time. So first of all, we wet it. It gets softer as soon as you wet it, so that is good. Then we're going to apply a little bit of soap. You don't need much, as you can see. And as soon as I put some water, you can see I still having some soap. So that is something that I particularly love, because I hate to spend too much soap when I don't need it. And here we go. As you can see, it's very easy to use. I don't need to put a lot of effort on it. I mean, no less effort than I would put with the normal sponges, to be fair. So, I mean, cleaning is never easy, is it? So yeah, that's one. That is pretty much done. You can see the sink is very clean. One of the reasons why I noticed this, because I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this in the video, but there is still like some landscape remaining around here. This came with the house when we moved in, which happened like a few months ago. So that's something that I'm trying to remove when cleaning my house in general. It used to be much bigger. I don't know if you can appreciate it, but it used to have much more. Whenever I use the sponge, you can see that it helps it. So it's not great, but landscape, as you probably know, is one of the most difficult things to remove. Okay, so now that we have discussed all of the different options that you have to clean your house in an eco-friendly way, let me give you a tip on how to maintain this clean. I want to give you this tip because it's very important to maintain your sponges clean. First of all, because the cleaner they are, the longer they're going to last you. Consequently, you're going to save some pennies, but you're also going to reduce your footprint. And I'm saying this even if you decide to continue with the plastic-based ones. So the first thing is cleaning them in a daily basis. In a daily basis, simply once you finish with them, remove the excess of soap, remove the excess of water, and just let them dry. Why is this so important? Well, if your sponges contain water, water is a source of life, which means that bacteria has more chances to grow in there. So that is on a daily basis. But in order to clean your sponges deeply, which is something you need to do every few days, you can use one of the following two methods. The first method is for any sponges, put a little bit of water. This is very important that your sponges are slightly wet. And the main reason is because we're going to place them in the microwave for 30 seconds. Once that this is done, they're going to be really hot, as you can see on the screen, and all the bacteria has been killed. This method you can use mainly with the sponges. If you're using a brush, I'm going to give you a second method, which is my favorite one for the sponges and the brush. And the main reason is because you are going to be using vinegar. So simple, take your sponge. Although in this particular scenario, we're only going to do it with the brush, mainly because we already cleaned the sponges. So put your brush into a container, put some boiling water on it, and a little bit of vinegar. The vinegar that you're seeing on the screen, I'm not showing the label or anything like that, because it's a vinegar that I bought from a zero-waste shop. Consequently, the bottle is a bottle I already had. But yeah, simply leave it there for a few hours or overnight for a deep clean. The good thing about this is because the water is really hot, in particular for the brush, the bristles are gonna return to the shape, which is something that you want to do. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed the video, and if you did, please let me know. I will also be interested on hearing your thoughts about the different sponges, if you're using them, if not, if you like them, if you're not, because we have a lot of chaos to fix in order to become more eco-friendly. So let's share the knowledge. Hope you're having a great day, guys, and see you soon. Bye!